This shiur is dedicated Le'ilui Nishmat Avraham ben Mazal Tov and Dora bat Joya. Many halachot. Now we're in the 9 days, so-called. So there are many halachot that are quite practical, and yet are different between Sefaradim and Ashkenazim in regards those days. So I'm going to start with the halacha. I'm doing it from the Yalkut Yosef. I'm doing with the halacha that we had numerous questions every day about this. So now listen carefully. Mutar min hadin levnei edot hamizrach ve'hasefaradim. It is allowed from the din. Now you have to understand that there is the din and things that people know like min hadin. There is no prohibition for Sefaradim to shave, and first of all shave, I forget it. I want everybody to grow a beard. To get a haircut during Ben HaMetzarim. During the time of Ben HaMetzarim, that is those 3 weeks. Ve'af im lomdim b'yeshivot, even if you learn in a yeshiva of an Ashkenazi yeshiva, the Sefaradim are allowed, I don't know, you need quite of a backbone for that, but you're allowed to continue cutting your hair even during these days, because in this matter, there's lo shayach isur bal titgodedu, that is, don't differentiate, don't make groups between the Sefaradim and the Ashkenazim, because everybody does like their rabbi, everybody's doing like, their tradition. The same thing as in regards to tefillah, to prayer. Everybody is noheg according to his tradition. In other words, a Sfaradi should stick to his Sephardic prayer and his Sephardic minhagim. A Sfaradi should try not to use even the Siddur that it says Sfarad on it, because that is not Sephardic. It's based on the Sfaradi, but there are quite of changes in it, in the words, in the tefillah itself. Stick to your thing. You're a Sfaradi, stick to this. Without getting to the area, that we'll leave for the Daily Zohar section. But without getting into the Kabbalistic aspects of that, that's what we need to leave. But, in any case, if they want to be machmir on themselves, and to take upon themselves the minhag, not to shave, forget shave, getting a haircut from Yud Zayin Betamuz, in order not to be different than everybody else in the yeshiva, they could do so. This is not a problem. But they should say that they do this without bli neder. They're not taking upon themselves, just for now, bli neder, we're doing this. And even those who their minhag is, there are some Sfaradim, the minhag is not to shave from Yud Zayin Betamuz. If they would like to, they could be meikil, to clean their beard, to trim their beard, mishum tsar, if it causes them great discomfort, especially now. It's very hot, very humid, and when your hair grows, it might cause you like ingrown hair or irritation on your face. So because of that, you're allowed to do so. And when it was referred to regarding to Shabbat Chazon is the Shabbat before. Even that, yesh laim al ma lismoch, they can something to rely on. But don't become like those that all of a sudden I can't take my beard, alright, I gotta shave it. That has to do with when we're causing tsar. Lo gazru chachamim b'makom tsar. Those gzerot don't apply to when it causes great suffering to a person. But better if you don't. Now, this is from Rosh Chodesh Av and so on and so forth, but during Shavua Shechalbo, a week of Tisha B'Av, you're not allowed to get a haircut, not even shave nor trim your beard altogether. However, the mustache, which would bother you, some people, I don't know why, it's not according to the Ari. The Ari does not write anything. He writes about growing your beard long. He doesn't write anything about growing chimney cleaner on your mustache, especially when it comes to bother you when you eat. That is, a person is allowed to do so. Then you're allowed to cut it, you're allowed to trim your mustache, not a problem. And Gedolim, which are adults, are not allowed to give a haircut to children, even though children do not fall under the category of that. If you want to educate them and so on and so forth, that's one thing, but even though they don't fall, it's still not appropriate for adults to give a haircut for young kids. A woman, however, is allowed to get a haircut at the week or during the week of Tisha B'Av, not on the day itself, but during the week of Tisha B'Av. So that's not a problem. You're allowed to brush your hair with a comb or with a brush, your hair on your head, your face, your beard during the week of Tisha B'Av. Whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, there is not a problem. Our minhag is not to be machmir on that. You could do so. There are those who don't allow to cut their nails during the week of Tisha B'Av. V'yesh materim, and they'll say it's okay, because that's not b'chal ha'gezeira. Ve'al kol panim, in any case, כשציפורניו גדולות, when your nails are long, you have to cut it. ובמקום mitzvah, for example, if it's a woman that's going to the mikveh, and she has to do the tefillah during the week of Tisha B'Av, without a doubt that there's not even a place to ask, she can go and cut her nails. And in Erev Shabbat Chazon, again, to all of us, it's allowed to cut. When we were talking about nails, one needs to know that according to Kabbalah, according to the Ari, he says when the nail is higher than the flesh here, when you go this way, and it's a problem, and one should try to prevent himself from nail. Then, for you it's not a problem. You eat them but they should not be long nails. It's a big no-no according to Kabbalah, because that's where the tum'ah comes. That's when the klipot are being held on. So one should not, there's those people who grow this long nail here. Bad. Okay? Unless you Paco de Lucia and you're playing classical guitar, none of us are this. Don't grow your nails. It's not good. Now, asur lechabes. You're not allowed to do laundry on the week of Shavua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av. Va'afilu im eino rotzeh lilbosh habeged. Right? Even if you don't want to wear it now. You want to wear it later on. No laundry during the week of Tisha B'Av. This year, Baruch Hashem, it's easy. We have Sunday and Monday, and then we have Tuesday, Tisha B'Av, so that's not a problem. On weeks that it's long, let's say on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, it's a problem, especially if you have little kids. But no laundry during this time altogether. Even if you have only one shirt, can wash it. You're not allowed to wear clean clothes from beforehand. There is even a t-shirt if you're wearing, or if you're wearing a wife beater, and any of these things, you're not allowed to change by wearing a new one that it's clean during the week of Tisha B'Av. But in our places, whether it's in Israel or in America, which is quite hot and extremely humid, you're allowed to change the undershirt and so on and socks in a fashion that we going to say now. So let's say, for example, the best way to do it is before Shabbat on Friday. Wear whatever you want to wear. You can double wear it, it's fine, for about a period of half an hour. So for example, let's say you're going to wear, to wear 3 t-shirts in one shot. It's a little too, but let's say you need 3 t-shirts. So you're going to wear one for Sunday and Monday, put it on you, wear it for half an hour, take another one just in case, wear it for half an hour. All your clothes, just wear it for about half an hour. Once you wear it for half an hour, they don't have the din of mechubas. Mechubas means fresh, laundered, or ironed. Even though you might not iron your t-shirts, unless you're OCD or people iron their jeans or something. But if you wear it for half an hour, it has the din of worn already. So therefore that you're allowed to do. Again, you're allowed to wear a few of them together, and you can, if you forgot, you're allowed to do so on Shabbat as well. Even though you might say, but if I wear it on Shabbat, I have the din of mechin, of preparing. But if you wear it and you go take a little nap with it, that's considered to be okay, sufficient enough. Again, don't leave things for the last minute and then try to look for loopholes. That's not the way to live life. Do it on Friday. Give yourself some time. Wear, if you can tough it up, wear 3-4 t-shirt, it's fun. The kids used to like it. Wear your socks, wear whatever you want to wear. Wear a couple of shirts, and that's okay. You can do so. That's not a problem. Also, you're not allowed to change your sheets, your linen, with clean ones during the week of Tisha B'Av, but towels, hand towels, if you have any kitchen towels and so on and so forth, you should try not to, right? If you can, if you don't have something else. Today, Baruch Hashem, we don't have diapers that women wear diapers, but for little clothes, for little kids, if there is they don't have and you run out of clothes, you are allowed to do so, but not for adults. You don't have towels. You try prevent not to do so. There are some among the Ashkenazim that their minhag is not to wear bigdei Shabbat during Shabbat Chazon. I try not to. You don't have to. That's not the din. I try not to wear my so-called Shabbat clothes unless it's Shabbat, Yom Tov, or if I go to a wedding, something like this. That's something that I made for Shabbat. So since it's so-called, it's mechubad, respectful for Shabbat, the Ashkenazim, there are some Ashkenazim who don't wear it, right? And they just will change their shirt and so on and so forth. And some Chachamim were not happy with that. Because it says, why it says? Because it says, Chazal said in Masechet Shabbat, V'chibadeto ma'asor darkecha. You have to respect Mechabed Shabbat in the way you're wearing your clothes as well. And what does it mean? Kabdeu? Kabdeu b'ksut nekiya. Respect Shabbat, the incoming Shabbat, with clean clothes. So therefore, again, lefi Kabbalah, it's not good. You have to change your clothes. During the week clothes, you have to wear b'gisha Shabbat. That's one thing. Another reason is that one should try to prevent, and it's inappropriate to show signs of mourning in public on Shabbat. Ein le'arot minhagei avlut beferasya b'Shabbat. One is not allowed to do so. And it says, this is the minhag of the Sefaradim wherever they are. This is the minhag of Israel, in Israel. If you want to be machmir, what can I tell you? But don't make life more difficult, or don't bring yourself to a level in which it will become a drag that you can't wait until this is over. You do something because you want to. If you don't want to, that's not a problem. On the contrary, our minhag is not to do it. You're allowed to, for example, shine your shoes during the week of Tisha B'Av. And it's not the same thing as kibbutz, as laundry and ironing and so on and so forth. That's not a problem. Now, we come into a big halacha. And this is going to be our last halacha for today, but it's a major halacha. And I know you guys love this halacha. Huh? Meat. No, meat. Shower. So I won't tell you have to take a bath with ice cubes inside. However, there's the minhag not to, by some people, the minhag not to take hot shower with hot water from Rosh Chodesh Av. That is from today and on. And there are those who don't prevent from doing so only on the week of Tisha B'Av. And the great Sephardic rabbis wrote most of them the week. That is from the week of Tisha B'Av, And they are as follows: Rambam, Ramban, Meiri, and the Ran. And if you want to know, look at Yabia Omer. There's a whole list of about, I don't know, 15 pages of who is allowed to do so. In other words, if you want to do like Dashniya, fine, do it. What I'm trying to tell you, to hand over to you, is not only that what and the if and the how and this, you can do this or you can do that, is to try to understand also how to react to your mitzvot, how to interact with your mitzvot. You have to do what the halakha says. And in order to do what the halakha says, you have to know the halakha. However, don't drive. Ooh, that's a clean shave. It's a very clean shave. Dr. Dani.
Hi. You're on video.
Wow. Anyway, don't try to take upon yourself things that would make it into a drag. I know I said it. I know it sounds like a broken record. Try to do what you can, and do it with cheshek. Do it with excitement. Look forward to do it, whatever that is. Even the fact that during the week of Tisha B'Av might be difficult for you, but do it with meaning. Don't try to be super chassid and just do the whole 3 weeks. It's going to make you so uncomfortable. It's going to make the people around you so uncomfortable. This is not the way to do things. Do it because you understand, first of all, why are you doing it. And when you do it with all your heart. It's the same thing as we say, when we say in Elul, we say Tachanunim, when we say the Slichot. It's better to say a little Slichot and Tachanunim, Bekavana, with a full heart, than to say a lot without a kavanah. In other words, say it that it would shatter your heart, will break that husk, the klipa that is in your neshama. Mean it, than to say it like the whole thing and no kvar ya habibi, that's how long does it take? No, quick. This is not the way to say slichot. The same thing here. So if you're asking me, which you're not, but I'm telling you anyway, better off you don't take a shower in hot water during the week than you take upon yourself, do it for the whole 9 days, and tomorrow is going to be like 90 degrees, and it's going to be humid, like unbelievably humid, and then you're going to hate every moment of what you do. On the same token. And he says, "V'lachen, therefore, yesh lehatir lesfaradim ulivnei edot hamizrach." For the Sefaradim, lirchotz kol haguf b'chamim miyom rosh chodesh av ad shavua shechal bo. Now, you take a shower. Make sure you take a shower. Just do me a favor. Put deodorant, but take showers. V'chol sheken, without a doubt. That is allowed, there is no question asked, you're allowed to do so lichvot Shabbat. Shabbat. The only time that we fast on Shabbat is Yom Kippur. If Tisha B'Av, let's say, fell on Shabbat, gets postponed. Why? Because you're not allowed to show tsar on Shabbat. Shabbat says, Habibi, it's my time here, no tsar, no sorrow, no crying, I'm here. So how is Yom Kippur? Since Yom Kippur is a Yom Tov. And Yom Kippur, we don't eat, yes, but we have to change our mindset. Yom Kippur, yesh bo tshuva, yesh bo kapara, yesh bo simchat Yom Tov. That is allowed. Shabbat says, okay, b'chavod. So when it comes to Shabbat, this Shabbat is like any Shabbat in regards to meat, and in regards to drinking wine and so on and so on. You could do so on Shabbat. Shabbat is Shabbat. So you're allowed to do so. V'chol sheken, mutar l'mitrachetz be'erev Shabbat v'lachfof rosham b'sabon. You're allowed to do so and so on and so on. V'kal v'chomer, of course, if you go to the mikvah, you can go to the mikvah, to a hot mikvah. That's not a problem. Uv'shavua shechal bo Tisha B'Av. Now, this is up to Shabbat, including Shabbat. But on the week of Tisha B'Av, Haminhag, our minhag, lehimana militrachetz bechamin. One should try to prevent himself from washing his body with hot water. Aval betzonen, with cold water. Mutar. Gam b'shavua shechal bo Tisha B'Av. Even in the week of Tisha B'Av, you're allowed to take a shower with cold water. V'hu adin litrachetz bayam. And you're allowed to go, vamos a la playa. You're allowed to go to the beach but, of course, in a place that it is appropriate to be. In other words, no women's in bikini. Separate swimming. Here in America, you have separate swimming? Huh?
At night.
No, right? No, good. So you can go.
At night.
At night, no. That's it. Huh?
So in Israel, to Shabbat, you go to the beach.
Not Tisha B'Av, not Tisha B'Av. During the, let's say from Rosh Chodesh on, you're allowed to go. If it is separate swimming. But here we don't have it. To go at night is dangerous. To go in dangerous is dangerous. What?
For our days to go to the beach or something.
No, because it's allowed. Ve'achenu Ashkenazim, the Ashkenazim said, no, you're not allowed to, like the Rama. Not to take a shower from Rosh Chodesh Av until after the Ta'anit, u'mekom tzorech, and in a place, even they are allowed to take a shower in a cold shower. V'chol sheken shemutar lechasidim v'ashem ma'aseh. If a person, it's, he's one of the people who go to the mikveh all day long, every day, and so on and so forth, is allowed to do so, but yitbelu b'mikveh tzonen. And Shavua shechal bo Tisha B'Av, they should go to a cold mikveh. And when you cannot go to a cold mikveh, well, guess what? I don't really care. If you really go to, no, actually, you're allowed. But really, guys, I'll tell you this: if you haven't gone to the Ari mikveh in Tzfat, when the water is freezing cold,
In the winter, especially.
in the summer too. In the summer, the difference in temperature is greater than in the winter.
Between the water and the atmosphere?
Because you go outside, is about, let's say, 103 degrees, and you're going to the water is like at 50 degrees.
It's the best feeling.
The best. Try to lose your breath, you can get hypothermia. But then after a while, you put yourself in, you come out, wow, it's like you're a new person. Right? Wonderful. So now, everybody likes it? I don't want to hear I can take a shower with cold water. You went to the Ari's mikvah. If you went there, you can take a shower with cold water. No problem whatsoever. But you're allowed to do so when you do so letzorach refuah. For example, like a woman that is pregnant, and so on and so forth. If it's a sick person, you have a temperature or something, that does not apply. Baruch Hashem, we are all healthy and we are all strong like bulls. So cold shower during the week of Tisha B'Av would not hurt you.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Pregnant from the first trimester on?
Pregnant, Isha Ma'uberet.
Anytime.
Yeah, she is Ma'uberet, that's it. Anything I should know about?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Huh? It depends how much after that.
6 months.
No, take cold shower. What about fasting?
Can she fast?
Yes. Just like fasting, just like in Yom Kippur. It depends what it is. If she's depends. We'll get to it. But just like Yom Kippur, unless you're sick, regarding fasting, unless you're sick, don't take anything upon yourself. Ask a rabbi case by case. This is no ruling across the board. This is all allowed, and so on and so forth. Regarding fasting, we'll get to it, but it's done by case. Don't take the law to your hands, because don't be poretz gader. Now, all right, that's it. Fine, let's stop it here. It's enough halachot for one segment. Yes.
So